So obviously we're going to watch a bake-off tonight, and tonight's theme is back to school. So I made something super easy. I'll show you close up of it once I cut it, once my friend comes over, and we will get into it whilst watching the bake-off. But it is a gingerbread tray bake. So it's like a chocolatey cake with the flavour of gingerbread and lemon drizzle. It's delicious. I would 100% recommend for you to try it. It's Saturday afternoon. I just made myself a coffee and I had a little bit of cake, and now I'm just genuinely procrastinating on a sofa. I did everything what I wasn't supposed to do just to avoid something that we probably all think about from time to time, and that's DIY. Just avoiding the inevitable. So the DIY is quite simple. I bought an antique door knocker. It's a local, I can't show it to you because it's a local kind of city mascot that's been known by the city for hundreds. Thin, you need to settle. Good boy. Been known as part of the city for hundreds of years. It's an antique door knocker that I just need to mount on our wooden front door. Quite simple, however, because it's antique, it has smaller holes for screws than normal. One of the screws will probably have to go under an angle because it's behind a head of the mascot. So it's not straightforward, however, it's not difficult. I've always done DIY. I was the main DIYer in our family. My husband helped me a lot, but in later years he was quite weak and incapable of doing any heavy lifting or anything. So his role was more of a help / mental support. More of like a cheerleader. And over the months, I realized how important it is to have a cheerleader in your life, someone who just believes in you, who wants the best for you, and whenever you have a little bit of a wobble, they are there to help you. So our roles in our DIY at home was always, I researched the DIY, I found the materials, I consulted with him what we want to do, how we want to do it, when we want to do it. I ordered everything, and then I mostly did it myself with his supervision and, as I said, his cheerleading skills. So what he did, every time when I start a DIY, I'm stressed, I'm worried that I will mess it up, that I will make it worse than what we started with, and when I actually start, I have like, once I need to do something, difficult, like make it worse before it becomes better. So make a hole into a wall, or like in my case, into our quite old wooden door, or when I need to do a second row of flooring, anything that is more difficult, I have a little meltdown. And that was his crucial role in our relationship. In that moment, he just stepped in, said it would be okay. Just keep going. You'll get better at it. It's just, you're doing it for the first time, you don't know how to do it, or this is normal. Everyone goes through this kind of messy stage and then it becomes better. So he was just there to reassure me, to make me feel better, and to tell me that everything will be okay. And it really helped. And then I just carry on, and then I just fly, and it's absolutely fine. So now, not having that cheerleader in my life, I do find myself procrastinating a bit more than I would like, especially when it's something really simple like mounting a door knocker on a wooden door. So yeah, I will do it. I'll do it probably tomorrow when I come back from a dog walk and just be done with it in literally 15 minutes, including cleanup. But for now, I'm not in the headspace. I don't want to be fighting my demons in my head. But this is just to say that I keep doing these DIYs even though he's not here anymore. I know I spoke to a friend recently, and she said, "Are you okay with making changes to your home after obviously my husband passed?" And I'm not okay. I would probably prefer him to be here and making the changes with me, but some of the changes were always part of the plan, some of them were inevitable, and some of them are just me making it look better. So a little bit of background. We bought this house as not necessarily a project. It was in a really good nick in a sense of it used to be a rental. So everything was functioning, but nothing was either to our standard or didn't look good. And we knew we would be selling down the line. So we did quite a lot ourselves, but obviously for specialist work we had people come over. But since my husband died, I did a few things that weren't planned. Like 2 weeks after his funeral, I found our kitchen floor and utility floor flooded because our dishwasher connection to the mains just leaked. So I called the plumber, he found the problem. The problem was fixed in 5 minutes. However, the water leaked under the floor and like on the base floor. So I had to lift our floorboards up to dry the underfloor. Luckily, I laid the floor here in this house with my husband's help, but it was mostly me. It was like 90% me. So I literally lifted 90% of the floor and utility in the kitchen, kept it drying for a couple of days with dehumidifier, and then relayed it back to its original state. That was literally 2 weeks after his funeral. I had to laugh through it because I couldn't imagine what kind of higher power would do this to anyone. But luckily, like, my plumber was really sweet. He knew my husband, he knew our situation, so he just came immediately, did it, and didn't ask for any money because he said himself, no one should go through this now. And I will be forever grateful for his kindness, because it wasn't about money, but just having one less thing to worry about was a relief. So that was really early on, and since then I painted the front door. The front door is old original wooden door. However, it was once stripped to the original. I want to say it's oak, but obviously it had some water damage from over the time being exposed, and it just didn't look good. So I decided early springtime to just paint it, and I chose a pink color because no one could stop me. And I chose Fireball. I don't remember the name of the pink, but it's the only true pink. It's kind of like a creamy pink, delicious. So I painted the door because we had a beautiful hot weather in spring. Since then, I also did use a hammer drill to uncover all of the brickwork in our utility. So I took basically the plaster, the original, not plasterboard, I wish, but the original, probably 50s plaster, down with a hammer drill just by myself during my birthday, because I thought, what a better time than to now to do DIY. I have nothing to celebrate, so I might as well just get my anger out on the walls. So I uncovered it, cleaned it up, kind of tanked it so it doesn't, the dust and all of that doesn't come through, and it's beautiful exposed wall in the utility. And now I'm doing the door knocker. I installed these sconces, the candle sconces that you'll see, that you saw in the clip. They were in here. But yeah, I just do bits and bobs. I'll definitely stop doing, I'm doing less decorative choices now. Like, I know I'm just doing the door knocker, etc. But that's my probably last decorative choice, because I'm thinking of selling anyway, so I don't want to add more character to the place. But obviously, if I need to change anything or I need to fix anything, I'll be doing it. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a little bit of courage to just maybe do a little project in your home. So I don't want my house to be a mausoleum. And it's very easy to do that, to just keep it the same way as it was when your significant other was still here. But I don't want to live in a mausoleum. I want to live in a home. And I know he would be absolutely happy with any of the changes that I'm making, because they make the house look better, or function better, or whatever. So I just want to give you a little bit of courage to just, if you have that feeling that you would love to paint a wall a different color or just put up the shelves somewhere, just do it. You can, if anything goes wrong, or if you don't like it, or if you start feeling stressed because you feel the guilt, you can always take it back. At least most of it. So just dip your toes into maybe rearranging something, or moving a furniture a different way in one room, and just see how it feels like. And you might just realize that it's fine. So yeah, hopefully this was a little bit helpful, and hopefully there will be clips of me drilling the dreaded door knocker on tomorrow.